Welcome traders, Joseph Bustos, Powerful Gains Stock Options here. It's definitely been one of those choppy mornings and one of those choppy stock option days. The SPX SPY was kind of pulling back, choppy and pulling back midway through the trading session. It made a run up and then just failed. Failed at a lot of key levels, and that happened to a lot of stocks. They ran up today. Obviously, yesterday was tremendous selling, but today a lot of the stocks they rebounded and they tried to make a run, but most of them failed. And we're gonna go over some of those key levels and which ones actually failed, and to go over what to be looking for, and looking out for tomorrow. Hang on, we're gonna go over all the details. We're going to weather the storm and point out the powerful gain stock option way and how we stay afloat and we don't get caught by fake breakouts. So we're gonna go over that today, and here we go. Hey, here we are. Thanks for tuning in, traders. Let's take a look at today's action. As we can see here, we have the SPX. You got the SPY. SPY was down $3.18. SPX down $3.39. Technology sector was down 70 cents. Dow Jones was down $1.84, and financial sector down 21 cents. So, however, there was still lots of money to be made on both sides, selling side and on the long side. Let's go over some of that action. If we could see here, this is my watch list. I have a handful of about 12 to 14 stocks that I watch all the time. And then I have the general markets here to give me a sense of what's going on with the markets. Here I got my volume for the day, and then I got my average 30-day volume here, and then you can see the deltas. So if you look, for example, you can see the technology sector here actually was up 2.9 million over its 30-day average. That's pretty telling when you're looking at price action, you're looking at price movers, and you're trying to look for additional items for confirmation. Volume is also a very, very key indicator that can help to confirm the direction of the price. Also see we can also see the SPY had a lot of volume as well, 34 million over its 129 million 30-day average. So a lot of trading going on here, lots of stuff going on. And what we have here is just this is a look at the SPY on the daily chart. As you can see, this was yesterday's action. A lot of selling, major pullback going on. Then today it opened up, and if we make this a little bigger, you can see today it actually opened up and moved positive, went all the way up to 426. But then, as you see with this wick, it pulled back. A lot of selling ensued later on in the day, and eventually closed at 416.25. Lots of indecision. To follow up with that, you can see Tesla. Tesla was up $19.82. However, it was a very choppy day. You can see there are a lot of levels here with Tesla. And if we jump down to a lower time frame, the 15-minute, for example, you can see this was the opening candle for the day for today's action. Opened up and actually started to pull back and then traded positive here. It pulled back all the way to 782 was the lowest point of the day, and then it closed up here at close to 801. So the first 15-minute candle, and you can see each one of these candles represents 15 minutes. So you can see just chopping around here right around this 804 range. Had a doji indecision, and then you can see around 7:45 in the morning, just buyer stepped in here. See, buyer stepped in, tested this 820 level, and again, and could not break it. See, there's lots of trading going on here, kind of chopping around at this level in between a range bound. It was between 820 and 804 for the next hour. That's basically what it did. And then finally, you got this green candle at 845, and then made a run to the upside. It tried to hold this level here right around the 843 range. Couldn't hold. You got sell signal here, selling off, slight indecision, more selling. Try to run up again and couldn't even make the previous high, and then sold off at the end of the day, but still held over 820. So lots of indecision still going on here, and we'll have to take a look at what it does tomorrow. When you look at the daily chart, you can see where it's at. back on the 25th, it rallied up after dumping past 721, had an indecision the next day, and then made a strong, powerful move here. Then just chopped around for the next couple of days. All last week was just chop, and then kind of just followed the market when everything pulled back. That's what happened to Tesla as well. It pulled back, and now it's kind of staying at this level, 782, between 782 and 852. That was today's range. So you can see Tesla's range bound, and you could have made money on the upside and on the downside. Same thing with SPY. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. As you can see, like in the morning, it opened up and chopped around, tested this 416 level multiple times. This is a key level here, and you can see it would not go below that level. Ran up, tried to test the next ran through 421, ran up to 425, another key level, but again could not stay in that area and could not trade above it. So pulled back and then made another lower high, and then now tested again this 416 at the end of the day. Had you caught this move to the upside, it would have taken you from 417 all the way up to 426. So 417 up to 426 would have been a nice move had you had this on your radar. And this is kind of what you want to avoid here. This chop that happened, from the market open 6:30 all the way up to 8:30. 2 hours of just chopping and indecision. So that's when you want to be on the sidelines. You don't want to be invested. You don't want to be in options. You want to be on the sidelines until you get a clear signal. And the signal, unfortunately, didn't occur until 9 o'clock. Once 9 o'clock came, it was from 9 all the way up to 10 o'clock. So an hour of a positive trading and then a pullback. You could have made money on the pullback right here buying puts. And then here you can see a test 821. When it got rejected, you could have made money on the pullback, more puts. And also, look, this is the volume. It's very telling. Look at this red volume showing up. It's very key here, and that's how you stay in the game. Let's look at some more downside action here. You got crowd, again, clear down, but look at how much it just chopped around in between 164 and 156. There's money to be made here in this move right here. Could have made it here, but it's actually just, it's easier to get a cleaner move like this, and that's the ones you want to look for. If we look at limit was also choppy, all around until 9:15, and then slowly drifted its way down. And at the end, there was major selling off occurring. Markets were down, but look at this. This is the powerful gain stock scanner. I have two of them. This one on the S&P, and this one down here is on all the other stocks that have options. ENPH was not like the SPY, as we saw earlier, was not like Tesla. Very clear action here. This is one that I caught this morning, and you can see volume confirmation here. 2.82 million more. It traded at 6.83 million today, and the average 3-day volume is 4 million. Knowing that there's 2 million more volume traded today was something that you definitely want to pay attention. You can see that most of that volume was green here. It's green volume, power candle here, doji, and you could have got in right here. So generally, I like to wait till this first 15-minute candle closes, or I look at the 5-minute candle when it's here on this radar from the powerful gains scanner. So let's take a look at that. Here's actually the entry I took. So I look at the first 5-minute candle here, and anything showing up on these scanners, I already absolutely know is the strongest in the market. And there's also additional parameters that make it a stronger and more unique price move than just one of the stocks that are gapping up or gapping down. There's some additional parameters in these scanners that make these stocks extraordinary. Basically, they're the moves that they make to the upside and downside are just phenomenal, and the absolute best in across all the markets. So we see here price level 163. Once you see a clear break of that green volume, and you saw the spike in volume here over the 30 days, get in. So we're going 163, rolled that up, chops around back to the EMA, 163 all the way up to 176. So we're looking at easily a $13 move, and I caught the meat of the move here. There's no reason to get out in this section. It didn't pull back, didn't do anything. It came back to this EMA, and then made another ramp up over this key level. That's another confirmation. And then once you start seeing some chopping around, that's usually when it's time to head out. I don't like to stick around for this portion of the day. I may leave a runner, but I was pretty happy to get out in this section here and start seeing some red candles start to get out. Me, I caught $11 of that move, so it was a good day, a nice profitable day. And you can see here, cat also similar action. I didn't take this trade, but this is the power of the powerful gain stock option scanners here. They'll show you the strongest, powerful green movers, even when the market is down, as you can see, still showing the strongest movers because there's a lot of times there's rotation in different sectors. The oil sector was up big time, energy was up. A lot of the companies like Chevron were up significantly, and last week it was Lockheed Martin was up, and some of the other big names as well. As you can see, Northrop Grumman was also up last week. So looking at Cat was also a kind of an easy play. Right here is indecision, top off right here, entry 206, right all the way up 212. Nice six star move. Maybe you might have caught $5 on that move. DLTR, another nice one. Look at this strong candle right at the open. Here's your entry, 146. Take it up to 148. So not that big a move, but there's others. You see, here's a GLTS here. Open up with the doji, pulled back. Here's positive trading. Here's your entry right here, 149. Take it all the way up to 155. Nice six-star move. Pull back. You could have taken profits or stayed in, kept some runners for another few dollars up to 158, and it actually went all the way up to 161. So overall, up $14.80 for the day. And you can see there weren't a lot of signals here showing you that it wasn't going to continue higher after the open. After this candle, it was green, powered through here. That's it. That's cat showed up on this scanner as well. PWR up $8 for the day. It's kind of a nice smooth right up here. So I'm showing you this to highlight you can catch moves even when the market's going down. I know a lot of traders, interact with a lot of traders, and initially a lot of them who aren't seasoned or who don't have very strong technicals or just don't have their strategy dialed in, they only want to trade to the upside. They're not comfortable trading to the downside, and vice versa. Some are only comfortable trading to the downside. What I try to teach my students is how to take what the market gives you. So you can trade on the upside or the downside, whichever presents the best opportunity, and that's kind of how you want to approach the market every day. And let's take a look at some of these other guys. Here's Lockheed Martin, just kind of chopping around, some selling going on. Probably, I would say a lot of profit taking because if you take a look at what it did, actually, this is the daily chart on what it did the last few days. You know, pulling back here, but look at this run up. It ran up from 398 all the way up to 458 and made a high up to 479 over the last week and a half. You know, it's been a monster run. So, you know, you would expect some profit taking. You would expect a pullback and maybe even chop around for a while because that's quite a move. And you can look what has it been doing since then. You know, just a whole lot of nothing. So these are the moves that you want to catch, and I teach my students exactly how to catch these kind of moves. So these are the moves you want to catch, and there are certain signals to watch out for to be able to catch and take advantage of these kind of moves. You know, how would you like to be able to catch a move from 411 all the way up to 434 in one day? This candle, another one. How would you like to catch this 434 up to 459? You know, these are some powerful gainers here, and they show up on this powerful gain stock scanner here. Let's look at Northrop. Same thing. You know, previously, what was it doing here? The last few weeks, it hasn't been doing anything. Just chop, 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 up a little bit, chop. But then the move came here on February 25th. The strong, powerful candle moved up, and then from there, you had 409 all the way up to 443. Again, these are powerful moves that occur in one day. chopped around here, but then made another power move here over this level, 459 up to 470, and then 490 for the high of the day. All these moves can get caught. And look at even on the short side, they went down here from 476 all the way down to 447. That's just power over 20 $20 moves, over $30 moves in one day. Those are special kind of stocks that not everyone can find, and we show you how to find them. And once you find them, we show you how to take advantage of them. So I have a few links down below. Check them out. Check out our free training. Also check out our links to follow us and connect with us on social media. And anyone who's serious about learning how to trade and learning how to start accumulating some profits in the market and start taking profits out of the market consistently, book a call with us. We'd be happy to hear from you and happy to have a chat with you to see how we might be able to help you. That's all I got for today. Tomorrow's market action, be objective. Looks like the futures are up actually after hours, but just be aware there's still a low level here on the SPY down to 410, and when it hit that low level, it moved up right away and then chopped around, pulled back here recently today and yesterday. So let's see. We'll just still try and test this lower level. Will it chop around, then try and test it? Will it bounce again? We really don't know what's going to happen. So you got to be ready for what the price action shows you. When the price action shows opportunity, you got to take advantage of it. So until next time, Joseph, Powerful Gain Stock Options, signing off for today, and we'll be in touch soon later this week.